Hello, hello, welcome in. Let's plug this in that. And, well, we can just pretend that was done before we started stream. It's close enough. It's close enough. Am I close enough? I'm putting up. Hello. Hello and welcome. It's lovely to see you. I see Jim Jamborino. I haven't seen Jim Jamborino in a hot minute. How are you doing? Trifoli. Calvi, saluton, carai. Hello and welcome in. It's so nice to see your lovely usernames. um, I hope you're doing well. Um, it's winter, and sometimes winter is long and dark, and homesick today. Oh, I'm so glad if I can keep you company a little bit when you're not feeling so good. Um, Tell us all your news, everybody. How are things going in your life? I'm feeling mindful of the need to check in on friends every once in a while and be like, "Hey, how's it going?" Um, I I I I know that Elmo got some surprises when Elmo did that. But yeah, it's still a good thing to do. Um, yeah. So, hope everything's doing okay. Water's here. Hello. How are you, Water? It's so good to see you. What are we waiting for? That's a good question, Jim. I have my streamer song list. I have a uke tuner and a guitar tuner pulled up. It's almost like I'm organized. Don't get fooled. I'm not actually organized, but maybe I'm organized adjacent. Am I No. Oh, please. Oh, help. Am I going to get a DMCA strike? Stop, please. I just took my earbud out of my ear and went to put it away, and my phone decided, "Oh, that means you want me to play Mary Ember's guiding tracks for her ocarina opera out loud." Okay. I don't I, don't- I don't know why my phone wants to do that, but it does actually want to do that. I think my phone is particularly partial to Mary Ember's guide tracks, and just kind of any excuse will do. Um, Getting in the car, that'll do it. Changing from earbuds to not earbuds, that'll do it. Oh, the kids at school have been plague children. It was just a matter of time. Yeah. Um, Very, very difficult. Very, very difficult because as a society, we know certain things about viruses and how they work and how to make things better. And yet, for reasons, some sort of reasons, we're not applying that internalized knowledge that we have about other kinds of viruses, other viruses to this virus. Um, and it drives me up the wall. It drives me absolutely up the wall. Mokona, bon evening. Bon evening to you. Welcome in. It's so lovely to see you. I hope that your week is getting started off okay. Um, I hope things are going as well as possible. I don't have my streamer song list overlay pulled up for some reason. It's somewhere. Let's see if we can find it. Not finding it. There it is. Boop. Okay, I think I need to make a separate scene for music that has that on by default, because I'm always having to turn it on and off because I use the same scene for just chatting and for just music. Um, that's a thing. All right, I have two beverages and neither of them are coffee, and I'm very sad about that. but I've been drinking a lot more coffee and using a lot more caffeine in various forms recently, just to try and get through things that need getting through. And every once in a while, I have to take a break from the coffee so that it will continue to work, because I get kind of desensitized to it. And so I need to just take a little break. And also, I am nearly completely convinced that coffee makes my voice scraggly, scruggy sounding. Water, that's so funny. I don't know that movie well enough to have that tune in my head, but it sounds enormously funny. Filosoft, aka Addie, welcome in. Saluton. What's going on with you? I have my hydration beverage, and I also have tea, which is currently not quite ready yet, but it's throat coat tea. Yep. Alrighty. Jim Jamborino's been following for 4 years, 6 months. That's probably almost as long as I've been streaming. That's a long time, Jim. Very long time. Okay, so let's tune. The thing we can do. It's supposed to be a music stream, right? I could get out an instrument. That's a thing. No. I didn't really want to send the case flying that far away, but it happened. All right. When you're Twitch old, that's old. All right. Let's see. That'll be good enough. Okay, I want to try something new that I haven't tried before. I don't know, every once in a while I like to try to learn a new song. Oh, how about if I turn on my English keyboard? Homonyms, get you every time. All right. Let's open that. I don't think it's the right one. This one. Ooh, that has a lot of chords. Why was it labeled intermediate when I hovered over it, but it's labeled advanced when I actually get in there? That's too many chords. Okay, we're gonna try to play this and see if we can just remove some chords. Nope. There we go. A pole? Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Water's waiting to tie up a pole. Yes, we have a new t-shirt, guys. This t-shirt. Hello. Hello. This is from October Ember, who are fabulous streamers here on Twitch. I won this t-shirt. They use Fourth Wall, and somebody in their community bought a t-shirt for themselves, and they liked it, and they went, hey, I like this t-shirt so much, I want to buy one for somebody else, but they didn't know who they wanted to buy it for. So they bought one, and then they said in October Ember's chat, "Hey guys, I'm gonna do a giveaway. Type join !join in the chat if you wanna." Yeah. So then I typed !join in their chat, and then I won the giveaway, and now I have a T-shirt, and I got to choose what color, what size, which is great. Hey Tux, how are you doing? It's good to see you. Neben, saluton. Welcome, man. It's so good to see you. Pyrus is here. That merch gift is such a cool feature of that site. I'm gonna have to check out that site a little bit more. All right. This song is from 1929. It's almost 100 years old. And it's not on my streamer song list yet. So in order to put it in my list of what I am playing, what I'm currently playing, what I'm about to be currently playing, I gotta do a thing on the back end. Let's see. We're gonna copy this and go in here and click that button. Well, this song has been sung by multiple people, of course, since it's like 100 years old. So what do you do in that case, right? You click the learning button, and that's one thing you definitely do. We'll see. Do I know the song? We're about to find out. I definitely don't know all these chords. Okay, Tux, I see that. So long, sad times go long, bad times. We are rid of you at last. Cloudy gay times, cloudy gray times. One now, thing of the past. Oh. Man, that's a lot of chords. If they only would actually write all the chords. Wow. Happy days. G sharp minor Y? Wait a minute. I really need a simplified version of these chords. Let's see. Okay, hey, we found a simple version. Okay. Happy days are here again. The skies skies above are clear again. Let us sing a song of cheer again. Happy days are here again. All together shout it now. There's no one who can doubt it now. We will tell the world about it now. Happy days are here again. Your cares and troubles are gone. There'll be no more from now on. Happy days are here again. The skies above are clear again. Let us sing the song of cheer again. Happy days are here again. Your cares and troubles are gone. There'll be no more from now on. Happy days are here again. The skies above are clear again. Let us sing the song of cheer again. Happy days are here again. Well, they've simplified the chords a lot. But they've also simplified the text as well, because, I don't know, I think there's more to it than that. That's all right. It's nice to make a stab at it. E7 plus. Wait, what? I'm looking at another version. I see an F plus. That E7 plus. I see an E7 plus 5. When there's just a plus, then what? Does that mean augmented? Well, that one's a mystery. We'll close that. What about this one? It might take me a little while before I find the version that I like for me. That one's not it. Some of them are too hard and some of them are too easy, so I'm going to be looking for the happy medium for the happy song. This one's the duet with Get Happy. That's a lovely mashup, but of course, can't do that by oneself. That's a cool one. All right, let's see. I don't think that website, nah, that website doesn't work for me that well. Just some designs don't put the information into the brain in a way that works for me. Well, I will keep looking for the accompaniment information that works. Let's see. There's one that has only 5 chords. That's definitely too simplified. Oh, no, that kind of tablature, nope. Well, I'm going to grab this one for now, the one that I just used. And just add that information to it. Details, edit. Come on, streamer song list. You can do it. There we go. Good job. All right. We'll click that one as played. Tux wants Ci vivo stanzi. I think I will try it on the guitar again. Whoa. Hello? Mama MJ. Oh my goodness. Hello, friends. Hello, hello, Mystical Dragon and Tux and Mama MJ. Oh my goodness. Thank you for bringing your friends over here. How was your stream today? Did you have fun? What were you doing today, Mama? I have only recently discovered Mama MJ's stream and I've been really enjoying it when I catch it. She has started streaming a game that teaches Esperanto of all things. You wouldn't think that would be a game mechanic, but somebody did that. Just goes to show everything that in the world that's possible probably does exist, or could it be something that exists? And it's been really fun to watch her explore that. So I know you all will like it over there. Please go follow her. She's very cozy. I'm Alex, and I sing on Monday sometimes, and I play cozy games sometimes and sim games sometimes, survival games sometimes, colony building games. And I stream in Esperanto as well, especially on Fridays. We do a lot of code switching over here. You started with some Disney Dreamlight Valley and ended with some spooky games. Oh, it's Phasmophobia. It's a very spooky game, way spooky for me. But I think MJ's one of those ones that does cozy and creepy all at the same time. I did stream one kind of cozy, creepy game, Limbo, I think. I've had so much fun with Ambrilato. I'm excited to get back to that this week. Oh, yes. Everybody go follow because you'll enjoy that and it'll give you a good introduction to the community over there. I know you'll really enjoy it. All right, so I've had a request from Tux for a cover in Esperanto of a song that's super fun, and I'm just learning how to play the guitar. But stream is a great place for me to do that because it makes me show up and do the thing. And yeah, that really helps. Being made to show up and do the thing is something that helps a lot. All right. So we do capo? No capo. Okay, we need an auto scroll. We do. Okay. Ĉu vi volas danci en granda rondo inter homoj de la tuta mondo, knanjo? Ĉu vi volas danci? Ĉu vi volas danci sub luna lumo, amuziĝi laŭ ritma drumo, knanjo? Ĉu vi volas danci? Ĉu vi volas vi? Ĉu vi volas vi? Ĉu vi volas danci? Ĉu vi volas danci kaj preni manon, ĉar dancado bonigas sanon, knanjo? Ĉu vi volas danci? Ĉu vi volas danci tiel senĉese? Min brakumi Ege caresse knanio, ĉu vi volas danci? Ĉu volas vi? Ĉu volas vi? Ĉu vi volas danci? Ĉu vi volas danci en granda rondo inter homoj de la tuta mondo? Knanjo, ĉu vi volas danci? Ĉu vi volas danci sub luna lumo, amuziĝi laŭ ritma drumo? Knanjo, ĉu vi volas danci? Ĉu volas vi? Ĉu volas vi? Ĉu vi volas danci? Ĉu vi volas danci? Ah. Okay. That song is on my streamer song list because Tux asked for it. And I really enjoy that song and that cover, that Esperanto cover of it. Was lucky enough to get to meet the guy who made that Esperanto cover of that song and even opened for him in 2022 when I was traveling. What is going on with my hair? Something is going on. It's okay. It doesn't matter. Yomo. He goes by Yomo. And he sings in a lot of languages. Like, it's got to be at least 12. It might be twice that for all I know. He sings in a lot of languages. a lot of languages. He's something else. He's really active, not just musically, but also in like the preservation of minority languages, which is really amazing and very it dovetails with Esperanto very, very well. Because one of the original hopes behind Esperanto was, well, maybe if we can have like a not politically associated with anything in particular language for a second language for everybody, then people won't wind up losing their home languages, because like any language like French was when Esperanto was developed and English is now, is going to be like the future of that language is kind of tied up with economic concerns and the future of the countries where that language is spoken and all sorts of stuff like that. Whereas languages that are spoken by smaller numbers of people don't have those same particular advantages. So they tend to start going away. Like when my grandparents moved to the United States, they stopped speaking German. And they didn't speak German again until they went back to visit decades later. And they thought, oh, we won't even remember our language. And they did after a few days, but their children and grandchildren didn't have the advantage of knowing that language, which is sad in retrospect. But of course, they were trying to assimilate and do, whatever would bring advantage to their family, which they thought was speak English at the time. They probably would be not all that happy to hear that we're not all that grateful for not having been taught our heritage language. Oh well. Everybody does the best they can for their family, right? Well, almost everybody anyway. All right, let's play I Like to Take My Time. Oh, I've clicked the wrong button again. This is the button I meant. All right. This song was written by a Mr. Fred Rogers, who is a jazz composer and children's television presenter during my childhood and for many decades, as a matter of fact. And he was very much ahead of his time because he thought it was important to educate in terms of emotional intelligence. And of course, they didn't use that phrase at that time. But that is what he was all about. And now, of course, we know how important that is. Jim Jam likes one of my heroes ever since I was little. This song is called I Like to Take My Time, and I just started out playing it too. I like to take my time, I mean that when I want to do a thing, I like to take my time to do it right. I mean, I just might make mistakes if I should have to hurry up, and so I like to take my time to tie my shoes, to eat, to get dressed, to go to sleep at night, to sing a song for you, and everything I do. I like to take my time, I mean that when I want to do a thing, I like to take my time and do it right. I mean, I just might make mistakes if I should have to hurry up, and so I like to take my time. And there's that. Thank you for those requests. That really helps me. That reduces my mental load. Have you all decided what songs? Let's go back to the queue. It was for Water who wanted to hear that song. Why did I think that was Jim Jam that requested that? That was Water requested that. Okay. Nightbot wants some caffeine. Gosh, so do I. So do I. Okay, this song is very new to my list as well. Let me look and see. I think I want to try to play this on the guitar. I don't know if I've ever done that. Maybe. We'll see how it goes. I first discovered this song a couple of years ago when I was in France. I can do this. All right. It's got got some chords I know. It's got one chord I don't really know. How many times does that chord happen? Exactly once. All right. I think this chord that I don't really know might be actually kind of optional. Rappelle-moi le jour et l'année. Rappelle-moi le temps qu'il faisait. Et si j'ai oublié, tu peux me secourir. The D wasn't written in. This is written wrong. They left out the D. My brain told me it needed to be there though. Et si j'ai oublié, tu peux me secourir. Et s'il me prend l'envie de m'en aller, enferme-moi et jette le clé. En piqûre de rappel, en piqûre de rappel. Dis comment je m'appelle. Si jamais j'oublie les nuits que j'ai passées, les guitares et les cris, rappelle-moi qui je suis. Pour toi, je suis en vie. Si jamais j'oublie les jambes à mon cou, si un jour je fuis, rappelle-moi qui je suis, ce que je m'étais promis. Rappelle-moi mes rêves les plus fous. Rappelle-moi ces larmes sur mes joues. Et si j'ai oublié combien j'aimais chanter, si jamais j'oublie les nuits que j'ai passées, les guitares et les cris, rappelle-moi qui je suis, pourquoi je suis en vie. Si jamais j'oublie les jambes à mon cou, si un jour je fuis, rappelle-moi qui je suis, ce que je m'étais promis. Je connais pas ce bon pas. Si jamais j'oublie les jambes à mon cou, si un jour je fuis, rappelle-moi qui je suis, ce que je m'étais promis. Si jamais j'oublie les nuits que j'ai passées, les guitares et les cris, rappelle-moi qui je suis, pourquoi je suis en vie. Rappelle-moi le jour et l'année. Who requested that? Constellazio. Dankon. Oh. Okay. You sit carefully there in your case, baby Taylor. Note to self, Capo? Yes, please. Oh my gosh. Capo? Yes, please. I did okay, though. I mean, it's at the bottom end of my register, but I did okay. It was okay. I was not uncomfortable. It was okay. Do I read my notes? No. I ignore past me almost entirely. And past me does so much to try and help future me out. How do I make a request for future me to pay a little more attention to what past me did? I don't know about Nightbot. Okay, I'm gonna turn my feet heat on. There. Time for a little lap blanket, I think. Time for cozy. Okay, we'll mark that song as played, and Water wants une sorcière comme les autres. Oh dear. I have no note. I have no notes. Past me did nothing. Okay. Okay. I think maybe I'll play this on the ukulele. Let's add this tab to my notes. I believe I didn't have any tabs in my notes, but hey, we'll see what happens. It's probably been a while. How long has it been? Favorites without strugglesome? Ha! I feel like I don't remember ever having played this song, which I know is untrue. That's absolutely untrue. Absolutely untrue. Also, let's check the time. Can I make it before the... I don't know if I can get through this whole song before the ad break because it's a very long song. But hey, if we hit the ad break, then you guys will be lifted out of the strugglesome long song. All right, let's see. S'il vous plaît, soyez comme le duvet, soyez comme la plume d'oie des oreillers d'autrefois. J'aimerais ne pas être porte-fée, s'il vous plaît, faites-vous léger. Moi je ne peux plus bouger. Je vous ai porté vivant, je vous ai porté enfant. Dieu, comme vous étiez lourd, pesant votre poids d'amour. Je vous ai porté encore à l'heure de votre mort. Je vous ai porté des fleurs, vous ai morcelé mon cœur. Quand vous jouiez à la guerre, moi, je gardais la maison, j'ai rosé de mes prières les barreaux de vos prisons. Quand vous mouriez sous les bombes, je vous cherchais en hurlant. Mais voilà comme une tombe et tout le malheur dedans. Ce n'est que moi, c'est elle ou moi, celle qui parle ou qui se tait, celle qui pleure ou qui est gaie. C'est Jeanne d'Arc ou bien Margot, fille de vagues ou de ruisseaux. Et c'est mon cœur, ou bien le leur. Et seule, l'inconnue, celle qui n'est jamais venue, celle qui est venue trop tard, fille de rêve ou de hasard. Et c'est ma mère ou la vôtre, une sorcière comme les autres. Il vous faut être comme le ruisseau, comme l'eau claire de l'étang, qui reflète et qui attend, qui, s'il vous plaît, regardez-moi, je suivrai, je vous prie, ne m'en veuillez pas. Vous l'avez tant fait déjà. Vous m'avez aimé servant, m'avez voulu ignorant. Forte, vous me combattiez, faible, vous me méprisiez. Oh, vous m'avez aimé putain, recouverte de satin. Vous m'avez fait des statues et toujours je me suis tue. Quand j'étais vieille et trop laide, vous me jetiez au rebut. Vous me refusiez votre aide quand je ne vous servais plus. Quand j'étais belle et soumise, vous m'adoriez à genoux. Mais voilà, comme une église, toute la honte dessus. Ce n'est que moi, c'est elle ou moi, celle qui aime ou n'aime pas, celle qui règne ou qui... Celle qui règne ou se débat, c'est Joséphine la Dupont, fille de nacre ou de coton. Et c'est mon cœur, ou bien le leur, celle qui attend sur le port, celle des monuments aux morts, celle qui danse et qui en meurt, fille bitume, fille fleur. Et c'est ma mère ou la vôtre, une sorcière comme les autres. S'il vous plaît, soyez comme je vous ai rêvé depuis longtemps, libre et fort comme le vent, libre aussi, regardez, je suis en cire, apprenez-moi, n'ayez pas peur, pour moi je vous sais par cœur. J'étais celle qui attend, mais je peux marcher devant. J'étais la bûche et le feu, l'incendie aussi je peux. J'étais la déesse mère, mais je n'étais que poussière. J'étais le sol sous vos pas et je ne le savais pas. Mais un jour la terre s'ouvre et le volcan n'en peut plus. Le sol se rompant de couvre des richesses inconnues. La mer à son tour divague de violence employée, mais voilà, comme une vague, vous ne serez pas noyé. Ce n'est que moi, c'est elle ou moi, et c'est l'ancêtre ou c'est l'enfant. Celle qui cède ou se défend, c'est Gabrielle ou bien Eva, fille d'amour ou de combat. Et c'est mon cœur, ou bien la leur, celle qui est dans son printemps, celle qui personne n'attend. Et c'est la marche ou c'est l'appel, fille de brume ou de plein ciel. Et c'est ma mère ou la vôtre, une sorcière comme les autres. S'il vous plaît, s'il vous plaît, mettez-vous léger. Moi, je ne peux plus bouger. I don't know why I had this in my ear. I think it's a little bit like a security blanket. There's nothing. There's nothing in these. There's nothing. It's just a little rubber thing that was in my ear. There's nothing in there. Aw, Quantum, thanks so much. We're a pretty international community around here, so that's why sometimes we ask. But sometimes I start wondering, maybe I should stop asking that, and maybe also I should add. I saw a streamer the other day who had follows set up in a way that didn't say people's name. I thought, there could be something to that, you know? Like to be able to follow in lurk and not unlurk by following. Help nothing. Oh, I didn't need anything, that's the thing, but I still put the thing in my ear as if there was a reason to have it. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, it's a kind of very unique sound. I don't have any other songs like it on my list, but that's Anna Silvestre, who was a singer-songwriter from the 60s, whose feminism the world was not ready for at the time. But she is absolutely a songwriter on the caliber of Brassens and Brel, and I'd like to learn a lot more of her songs. But we are in an ad break, and I will take a little break, and you should stand up and walk around too, and I will see you at the end of the ad break. Hello, we're back. I don't know I did something. It's okay. I can. Wow, water, those are such a mood. I feel you on those emotes. Okay. Can I have a sip of my Roku tea? Cheers. All right, I don't know a lot of songs in Russian, but I do have a couple of songs maybe. I like learning new songs from other cultures. I studied Russian for about this long. Один год в университете. That's not enough. That does nothing. Let me tell you, 1 year of Russian, it does nothing. So yeah. Anyway, I think are transitioning from a French theme to a Russian theme. We're starting with Once Upon a December. The Russian, I also have some music in Esperanto that was written by Russians. And the theme that I hear is a lot of E7 and A7. I really enjoy that. It's a sound to the music that when I hear that, my ear goes, "Oh, that sounds Russian." And I like hearing that sound. All right, so we need a capo. We need the ukulele. I definitely do not play this song on the guitar yet. Ukulele capo. Actually, these days it's the same capo, which I'm very happy about. All right. Waltzy. Okay, that's waltzy, right? Dancing bears, painted wings, things I almost remember, and a song someone sings once upon a December. Someone holds me safe and warm. Horses prance through a silver storm. Figures dancing gracefully across my memory. Far away, long ago, glowing dim as an ember, things my heart used to know once upon a December. Someone holds me safe and warm. Horses prance through a silver storm. Figures dancing gracefully across my memory. Far away, long ago, growing dim as an ember, things my heart used to know once upon a December. Things my heart used to know once upon a December. There we go. I'm not sure if my rendition of that, Jim, um, had that same feeling that you heard in the Anne Sylvester song or not. But thank you for facilitating that transition. Um, I'm gonna add a couple things to the song list. Let's see. I'm gonna add see. I think I have a problem. I think I have two versions of the same song in my. That's not good. Okay. One of them has been played 3 times, and the other one has played 4 times. Let's try comparing them. Let's look at that. Okay, that's so far so good. I like it. Let's look at this other one and see. It's so good. If one of them isn't good, then I can just remove it. Okay. I need to consolidate the information because each of them has information that the other one doesn't. So I'll do that when I get there. That's Kaluboy Vagon. All right, we'll do that when we get there. I'm going to change the order of things a little bit. I'm going to put Ni Rencontichos first. I've heard it sung so many ways. There's portrayed more of a waltz compared to the originals. Yeah, I like waltzifying things. I don't know why. It's like a little hobby. Just a thing that's fun to do, waltzifying things. Or even conversely, playing things in 4/4 that were originally a waltz, just to see. I mean, it's kind of like the game where you take something that was in a major key and you put it in a minor key, or vice versa. That's the vice versa isn't really as fun for me. I prefer making things minor to making things major minor rather than making major things minor. No, rather than making minor things major. There. All right, we can do this. Post multae jaroi rencontichos ni. There we go. Ciam ci tempo estos histori, ciam la nunai tagoi pasos for, do cion foris ne plendas mia cor charcone, ni rencontichos en amica rond. Kai rememoroi kiel varma ond, kai niai cantoi sonos gis auror, niai tentarei cantoi gioio kai dolor mi credas, vento cruela ne disigos nin. Ja in batalo vencas la obstin, ja que amicoi en la tuta mond, estas plei vera en la vivo firma fort, do certe ni rencontigios dum felicia temp. Fruae hirundoi venos cum printemp, sono unua cae unua flor, novan inspiran vecos en amica cor kai tiel ni rencontiĝos en amiga rond. Ni rencontiĝos dum feliĉa temp. Ni rencontiĝos, ni rencontiĝos, ni rencontiĝos, ni rencontiĝos. So that's an originally Esperantish song. It's culturally and language-wise, it's an Esperanto song, but it's written by Russians. So the presence of the A7 and the E7 gives it a very Russian sound to my ear. I really like this song. And when I say culturally Esperanto, I mean the topics and the emotions and the feeling in it. It's about being with your friends and being on the point of departure and not being able to say whether or not you will actually see them again, and if so, where and when, and how one goes about dealing with that, the ways in which one works through that. It's very much a bittersweet song, but it's filled with strength throughout, which I really, really, really enjoy. Wonderful song, and too little known outside of Eastern Europe and Russia. Allow me, I think. Time for a sip of tea. Now you guys can see some information about the songs in my streamer song list. So when you go to my streamer song list, you can look and see, do any of these tabs here have any information? And sometimes you'll find the text, the chords. This is a mess, right? I've just got the chords in between the words. As good as it is what it is right now, but it's something, you know. Sometimes it'll be a tab that's a link from somewhere else. Of it. Let's do and see. Yeah, so this has a link that you can then go and follow and see, you know, where did that go. If you want to, you know, learn song, play along with me, see the lyrics, there's that. So I think what's going on here is that I have a Russian version of it in my streamer song list. Esperanto. Is that what's let's look. We'll do a search for Gena and see what comes up. That's the name of the crocodile. It's kind of like Jean in... Okay, yeah, I see what we're doing here. We've got two versions of Gena Crocodile's Rainy Day birthday song. One in Russian and one in... That's good. What I've got going on with the Goluboy Vagon, not good. It's just a mess. So we'll do the... these two songs are from a children's animated film, Soviet times, with very beloved characters, including a crocodile who plays the accordion, sings, and character named Chiburashka who fuzzy and not a bear. He doesn't know what he is. He's a foundling. But he did find friends, and that's what really matters in the end. Yes. Okay, it's been a really long time since I've played this. Guaranteed to be a hot mess, guys. I hope you're here for it. Пеші ходи по лужам, гаватам, по асфальту рекой. И неясно прохожим видят не похожим, почему я веселый такой. Я играю на гармошке у прохожих на виду, к сожалению, день рождения только раз в году. Прилетит вдруг волшебник в голубом вертолете и бесплатно покажет кино. С день рождения поздравит и, наверное, оставит мне в подарок 500 эскимо. Я играю на гармошке у прохожих на виду, к сожалению, день рождения только раз в году. К сожалению, день рождения только раз в году. Oh, there are some things that are so difficult for an American to pronounce in Russian. I had some real big struggle bus moments there. Let's see. Прилетит вдруг волшебник. Вдруг. It's just the word friend. Friend. No big deal. Oh my gosh, so hard to get out of my mouth. VDRUG is how it's transliterated into English, and oh my gosh. That consonant cluster at the beginning is just Oh, it was a book first and then a stop motion animated film. Cool. I haven't seen. What was the other big struggle bus pronunciation? Голубом вертолете. I don't remember. I know I had a really big stumble somewhere that I'm not quite sure where it is. Oh well. Oh well, theoretically I could get those words out of my mouth. It's all only theoretical. Knowing what the words mean does help a lot. Okay, now I'm gonna have to start getting smarter. In order to deal with the fact that I have 2 versions of this in my streamer song list. I need to kind of take the information from both of them and put them together and make it make sense, please. Make it make sense, because right now it doesn't make sense at all. let's try opening this tab over here. Okay, that's a good start. That's a good start. Then let's try. All right. Open this one up to what it looks like. What I could do is make one of them, like, instead of combining the information, separate it out in a way that makes more sense so that one of the links goes to I'm singing this in Russian and one of the links goes to I'm singing this in Esperanto. I think that's what I should. So that means I need to take this. And remove it. It's scary. Messing with my, here, let me just show you where I am and what I'm doing so that it's not quite so boring. I just erased a whole bunch of stuff from this page here, but that information doesn't exist anymore. So right now, my Esperanto version is now broken. But let's see. Is it good here? It's good here. Okay. So this is going to be the Russian version. So we're going to edit this. And we're going to put the Russian version there. And then we're going to copy this Esperanto version. It was just backwards. I'm going to put the Esperanto version right. This one is going to go here. This is going to get erased. Oop. And then this here, and this can get erased. All right, we're getting there. Getting there. So now we have this one that has the Esperanto flag. And I need to edit that way. Okay. Where do I go to edit flags? There we go. Instead of Esperanto, it's going to be Ruski. All right, save that. And still not finished with the edits. Nope, nope. Details. This so that we're not confused. Oh, we're not in the edit. Okay, edit. Well, the problem is, Jim, past me leaves notes. And then future me doesn't go and read the notes. Future me completely ignores everything that past me did. Like whether or not there's a capo. Where? Stuff like that. Which, all right. That that. And we need to retitle it. Okay. Go on. Sorry that's in English, but it's the best I can do. All right, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do this thing. Yeah. Well, I mean, there's a place for that, right? We can just write a number there, or yes or no. All right, the problem with this is I don't have. We can figure out. This give us. Okay, good. This is good. Good. We're doing this on the guitar. Nope, we're not. We're doing this on the ukulele. Capo 1. That's what Ultimate Guitar tells me. Fine. Okay. Now this is going to be the real struggle. I don't know the song nearly as well. So gonna just do my heckin' best. Yeah, right there. There we go. Медленные минуты уплывают вдаль, встречи с ними ты ужинешь ты. И хотя нам прошлого немного жаль, лучшее, конечно, впереди. Скатертью, скатертью дальний путь стелется и упирается прямо в небосклон. Каждому в лучшее верится, катится, катится голубой вагон. Может, мы обидели кого-то зря. Календарь закроет этот лист. Новым приключениям спешим, друзья. Прибавка ходу машинист. Скатертью, скатертью дальний путь стелется и упирается прямо в небосклон. Каждому в лучшее верится, катится, катится голубой вагон. Голубой вагон бежит, качается, скорый поезд наперед, скорый поезд набирает ход. Ну, зачем же этот день кончается? Пусть бы он тянулся целый год. О бой, скатертью, скатертью дальний путь стелится и упирается прямо в небосклон. Каждому в лучшее верится, катится, катится голубой вагон. Last time, last chorus, we got this. Скатертью, скатертью дальний путь стелится и упирается прямо в небосклон. Каждому в лучшее верится, катится, катится голубой вагон. Каждому в лучшее верится, катится, катится голубой вагон. Guys, Russian is so hard. And let's be totally honest, with the amount of time that I don't dedicate to Russian, it's going to continue to be exactly that hard for exactly as long as I continue to dedicate exactly that amount of time to it. That's how that works. Okay. Well, I'm really happy about one thing. We got things a little bit better organized in the streamer song list about that song. So now I can easily go to exactly the version I want, whether it's the English. No, I don't have an English version. I don't have an English version. Let's look and see. Do we want an English version? Is there an English version? Let's try Blue Wagon. Oh, I can't read that. That's not in English, that's just guitar. No. There's Is there an English translation of this song? I type Genna Crocodile. Okay, there's a German version of it. There's no English version of this song. Okay, guys, here's the thing. Now that I found that there's a German version, I gotta kind of look at it. I'm gonna take the capo off though, because that was pretty high. Right, I bumped your ears. Niemals können wir Vergangenes geschehen. Besseres liegt noch vor uns sowieso. Weit wie ein graues Band führt der Weg durch das Land und reicht am Ende gar bis zum Horizont. Jeder hier möchte doch glücklich sein. Der That's an A7, not an A minor. Okay, it's written weird. Der blaue Wagen rollt stick zu uns hinein. You want to know why there's a German version? Any guesses, guys? Any guesses why there's a German version of this song and not an English version of this song? It probably won't be too hard to figure out. Okay, yes, absolutely. That's exactly why Constellatio. For sure. There's a little town in East Germany that is kind of lost in time. I mean, on purpose. It's kind of preserved in the way that it was um, when it was Soviet. And when I visited, we went to the soft serve ice cream shop, which was like a huge thing. Soft serve ice cream shop was just like this big cultural tradition. Um, and like they had soft serve ice cream shops when we didn't have them yet. And they were very, very beloved. And like the the shop windows and everything is all just kind of historically like it was. So it's kind of, it's a little bit like a historical reenactment village, only the ones that I had seen before were a lot older, you know, from like at least 100 years before, if not 200 years or more, or sometimes a lot more. But this one was just, you know, 60 years. Um, and it was really interesting to see, especially to go there with someone who grew up um, in former East pre-unification. Who, by the way, is going to be teaching at NASC um, this summer. Um, so, really cool thing. I feel like Esperanto has really been the thing that's brought me more like intercultural understanding than anything else, any other opportunities that I've had in my life. Um, I'm really super grateful. Okay, I can close that tab. I'm done with that. Okay, we currently, I guess, we have finished the section of the music. That song is played. There's currently nothing in the queue. Um, I'm thinking about whether or not to switch categories. I don't know. Paglo, hello. How are you? You know, Paglo, um, I when you were talking about the pronunciation of your name on your stream the other day, I was listening real hard, and I swear what I heard was my name is, and you said your name, but sometimes people pronounce it and you said your name again, and oh my gosh, it sounded exactly the same to me. And so, and my problem is the middle section of the name, and so that's why I just call you Paglo, because I have not yet learned to hear the correct pronunciation of your name. And if I can't hear it, I know I can't pronounce it correctly. So it makes me feel like I should wait. Kai mi ne plu klopodu prononci vian nomon, gis tiam kiam mi kapablas audi la ĝustan prononcadon de via nomo. Se mi eĉ ne povas konstati per kiuj estas la sonoj en la mezo de via nomo, nu la lasta silabo estas en ordo por mi. Sed malfacile por mi, malfacile. Dankon pro tiu peto ŝanĝi lingvojn quantum mi feliĉas komplezi pri tio. Paglo. Ja, ja. Mi ne havas senkulpikon. Ok, mi havas peton por kanto de Hux, kai mi voluntas fari tion, kai ni fermu la canto petoin, char mi pripensas ŝanĝi kategoriojn. Char mi estas sufiĉe laca, kai eble mi ne kantos 3 horon. Eble mi kantos nur 2 horon. Kaj eble tio sufiĉas por hodiaŭ. Havas neniom da informoj pri tiu kanto. Tio povus esti problema. Mi klopodu trovi ion. Eble. Jen, jen, multaj informoj. jen pli facila versio, jen meza versio, mi rigardu ambaŭ. La facila havas jam 12 akordojn. Ĉu tio ne sufiĉu? Laŭ mi, jes. Laŭ mi tio sufiĉu. Ni faru en la ukulelo, ĉar oh, okay, do tio ja helpas. Aglo. Tamen, kiam mi aŭdis vin diri la malĝustan prononcon, ĝi sonis la sam. Ĝi sonis al mi same. Carai, mi petis che ni fermu la cantopetoin. Jim, I'm not going to be able to sing that one, unfortunately. We're lagging a little bit in getting the song list closed, and Thrillis, welcome in. My voice is starting to go. Thrillis, welcome in. Thank you so much for rating in. We are doing just a couple more songs here. And I'm so happy to see you. How was your stream? Forsaken Octopus, I love your username. Welcome in. How's everybody doing? A Wiggly raid. Everybody put your Wiggly emotes in the chat, please. Oh no. Stream was absolutely terrifying. Did you play a scary game? I don't play the scary games. You played Poppy Playtime. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, not the Poppy Playtime. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You are so brave. Thrillis, you are so brave. You wanted to cry. I'm so sorry. You're so brave. I can't do it. I can't do it. It's actually terrifying. Yeah. I haven't even visited a stream. Paglo, I hear you. That's tough stuff. That's tough stuff. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Ooh, look at the pretty galaxy. Oh, so pretty. I love it. Thank you. Thank you. Guys, I'm Alex. I stream under the name Elena Phenomena, and I do music on Mondays usually. We play a variety of games on Wednesdays. I stream in Esperanto on Friday. Sometimes games, sometimes music, and we do a cozy mobile stream on Sunday. And yeah, aw, thank you so much. You are so sweet. And of course, for all of you who were not here before Thrillist came in, go sneaky follow. Thrillist doesn't always do scary stuff, I promise. It's really cozy over there. I am just amazed at the number of streamers that manage to combine creepy and cozy. How you do that? How do you do that? Yeah, absolutely. A Thrillist plays cute stuff and all sorts of stuff. Variety streamer. How do you do that? Because people do that so successfully, and I'm like, how? What is this magic? ADHD gamer, there you go. Chaos Gremlin. We are neurospicy over here. A lots of neurospicy over here. So you are with friends. Yeah. You are definitely with friends. All right, so we have a request for "A Dream Is a Wish Your Heart Makes." A Thrillist, I would love to play you a song. I am the music section is winding to a close, and then we're gonna switch and play a game. But we've had a request for "A Dream Is a Wish Your Heart Makes" by Tox. Over the Rainbow. I had to eat that one because I do that only in the beginning part of my stream. Thank you so much for following Forsaken Octopus. I'm looking forward to getting to know you. And thank you for coming over with Thrillis and for following. That's super sweet of you. And I will sing this one. It's just towards the end of the music part of the stream, and my voice is starting to go. So that's one I can't do right now, but maybe come and request it sometime early in a music stream. Dream is a wish your heart made when you're fast fast asleep. In dreams you will lose your heartache. Whatever you wish for, to keep. Have faith in your dream. Someday your rainbow will come smiling through. No matter how your heart is grieving, if you keep on believing, a dream that you wish will come true. No matter how your heart is grieving, if you keep on believing, a dream that you wish to come true. If you think so, Water, feel free. Yeah, I would be happy to take your advisement on that. All right. You guys can hear how much my voice is going away now. So I'm going to pick an ending song that is achievable given that I'm starting to lose my voice. Let's see. It's starting to get hard to choose because the list is getting long, right? I'm gonna look at this sneaky before I pick it. All right. I'm gonna try another, guys. I haven't done this one in a while. So it'll be rough, but it's the message that I care about. So we're gonna do It's You. Oh, good. Thank you, Water. I gotta find the English lyrics. There we go. That was close. That was close. It's you I like. It's not the clothes you wear. It's not the way you do. Not the way you do your hair, but it's you I like. You. There we go. Okay, here's the problem. Oh no. I have English lyrics, but they're they're it's wrong. Okay, I have to go to tabs. Hang on, hang on, hang on. Hang on, we can do this. I got this. I promise. I promise. I promise this is going to work out. Just hang in tight there. I just got to open it. This will work. Okay. It's you I like. It's not the things you wear. It's not the way you do your hair, but it's you I like. The way you, way you are right now, way down deep inside you. Not the things that you, not your toy, they're just inside you. But it's you I like. Every part of you, your skin, your eyes, your feelings, whether old or new. I hope that you'll remember even when you're feeling blue, that it's you I like. It's you yourself. It's you, true. You, I. Okay. That needs work. I feel like I have a set of chords that I prefer, and it's not what's written. I think the problem is I have it all organized for myself for the Esperanto translation, but not. That's an issue where I put in more work in one instance and not. That's what happened there. Maybe let's see. Let's look at the time. Okay. Yeah, I think that was it. I think that was the last one. So on the other side of the ad break that we're going to have in a few minutes, we're gonna play a game. Should we wander? It's raining right now outside, so I feel very cozy. Ice Coretta, welcome in. So nice to meet you. Sync chords between English and Esperanto version. Here's the thing. I'm sure you all have noticed that I have not been able to put in the time to stream off stream. Those words didn't make sense. I have not been able to be working on stream stuff when I'm not streaming, and that's a problem, but it's a reality right now. And I don't like it. I don't want it to be this way. That is the way it is at the moment. I don't want it to continue to be that way, but right now it's been all I can do to just keep the schedule close to what it has been. So things like fixing music tabs and stuff hasn't been happening recently, and as well as a lot of other things. but I am streaming right now, so there's that, and I'm gonna give myself credit for that. I'm gonna open Steam, and we could think about what do we do. Are we gonna play The Long Dark? Is that good? Oh, we're in an ad break. Change category. Let's just go ahead and switch it up to The Long Dark. We've been enjoying that. See you on the other end of the ad break. Hello, I am back, and I have a snack. I got a few nuts and some rice crackers with guacamole. Did you find a snack yet today? What's the most delicious thing you've eaten all day? Ooh. Homemade guac. It has, I can't have like onion, garlic. It has cumin, which is a really great substitute for garlic, to be honest. I mean, if you can't have garlic, which is very sad. So, Reese's Cups. Reese's Cups are indeed delicious. Absolutely. Let's load up the Long Dark. Oh my. It looks like when I take these and remove them from the place where I put them on the mic, they make a very loud noise. That's wrong. Let's try that. No? Why not? Why is that not working? That should be working. Let's try again. Ta-da! Okay. Music is very loud for me and not at all for you guys. Why? You guys can hear nothing. Why? Turning the audio way up. Now you would definitely hear something. That might be too loud. Let's try again. How's that? That looks better. Much better. What do you think? Is that good? All right. So, last we were in the story version of The Long Dark. We were going back to the trapper who had been injured by a bear. Now, something sad happened. We got there and talked with him. He had survived. We brought him medicine, but there was nowhere for us to save. So, when we load in, we are going to be heading back to see the trapper. So we're going to have a little bit of walking simulator at the beginning, and then talk to the trapper again. So we get a little recap, basically, is what's going to happen. This is, by the way, the trapper's house. Happily, it is not terribly cold, terribly snowy. It's somewhat blowy. Now, on our way back, we are going to be walking straight past some interesting things because we are trying to get back to the trapper as quickly as possible. The exploration, we are going to defer for another time because we have a mission right now. I'm going to move over here next to the shelter of the cliff wall to see if I can't move a little faster if I get out of the wind. That does seem to be faster. Not always safe to walk on a slope. We theoretically could twist an ankle walking on a slope. But we're not carrying a very heavy pack right now. So it should be okay. But basically, we're following the rail tracks, and when we get to the end of the rail tracks, we're going to go off to the right. Matter of fact, is a shortcut we could cut straight through. I don't know it very well. So maybe we shouldn't try that. Could get in trouble. I don't really want that to fall on my head. We're going to stay out from under it. I don't know whether things fall on your head in this game. Maybe, maybe not. Okay, let's take a quick look at the map here. At this point, we could try taking a shortcut. We can either go here and go that way, or we can go straight cross country. Let's try it. We'll have an adventure. Now that's definitely a dangerous slope. What a view. Woof. Okay. Welp. That's unfortunate. Luckily it was a wrist and not an ankle. Look at our map. We need to go to the left. Well, I think we may have crossed a ridge we were not supposed to. Oh dear. Please be safe. Okay. Going down is so much faster than going up. Here we are. We otherwise would have arrived from that direction. It would have taken quite a bit longer to go straight, but we would have avoided a sprained wrist. But we can heal that up. All right. Oop. Not sure. What did that forebode? I saw the shadow of a bird cross my path. Normally that means something.
Oh, shit. Oh, that's smart.
Take it easy. Pretty banged up. Probably a bit delirious, too. I just gave you a shot of some heavy antibiotics. Might feel funny for a while, but it'll help. And you're gonna need some time to recover.
Time? We don't have time. We need to get a message out. It's important.
Message? You mean to your friend, asking for medical help?
Never mind that. Help me up so I can look at the radio. Let's see if the parts you brought back are any good.
Can you hear?
That's a military shortwave, isn't it?
Maybe.
I know a bit about radios. That's not like any surplus I've ever seen.
Ah, damn it! Well, parts look fine. So, whatever's wrong with the radio goes deeper than that.
What could it be?
Something to do with the power. Fuses. Transformers, maybe. We have bigger problems to deal with first. That bear's out there, hunting us. He's a smart old bastard. He'll keep us from getting out, getting supplies, finding help. Eventually, he'll either get us or starve us out. Ah! Oh. I gotta lay down. Help me back to the bed.
The dam was pretty busted up, like you said.
Place was cracked open by the quake years ago and never recovered. Was already half dead at the time.
Meaning?
The dam dates back to the 60s. Industrialists from the mainland wanted to use it to power a mining town he was planning to build. But the bottom fell out of the price of coal, and he had to abandon those plans. Some fool tried to get it running again in the 80s. But then the forest talkers got involved, and that was the end of it. Pretty sure the quakes finished the job once and for all.
So, who are the Forest Talkers?
Eco-terrorists. Activists, some call them. Depends on who you talk to, I guess.
Why are they out here?
Well, they've been active for years. They come and go. Mostly here to throw a wrench in the works for a variety of resource projects, mining, forestry mainly. They want Great Bear to remain a pristine wilderness.
You don't sound like you agree.
Oh, I've no love for industry. But this is the way of the world. You have something they want. They take it. Nothing much you can do to stop it.
Well, judging by what I saw in the dam, I'd say the Forest Talkers are still active.
Well, that's good news for you. Keep your eyes open for supply caches they might have left behind.
That sounds like a really good idea, Jim Jamborino. I hope that nothing too exciting happens in the game. Take a good sleep. Hopefully it heals well.
What's this unfinished business between you and the bear?
Ah, me and the old bear. Every time we meet, we make a little trade.
And what do you trade?
Each other's blood, mostly.
Sounds like a losing proposition.
Oh, I'm sure it will be. For one of us.
Can you tell me anything about where we are?
Well, this whole area takes its name from Mystery Lake nearby. It's kind of a wilderness preserve, though you wouldn't know it from the logging trucks. Not much around there, apart from some lake cabins that'll be locked up for the season. You've already seen the dam. Railroad passes through the area. Trains come through once in a while. Fewer every year. Whole area's mostly dead. Most of the year.
You sound like you like it that way.
Yeah, I sure do.
So, no other people living out here?
Can we do a shout out for Jim Jam
Understand.
Constellazio?
The collapse destroyed Great Bear. There's nothing here to stay for. You meet anyone out here? Chances are they're hiding from something. Or someone.
And you? Why are you here?
I have my reasons.
The main reason I'm out here is I'm looking for someone.
You won't find too many people out here. That's kind of the whole point.
This is someone important to me. A woman. She may have passed through here a few days ago. She might have been injured.
What makes you think she came through here?
She passed through the tunnel leaving Milton, but then... I'm not sure.
Well, the roads from Milton don't lead this way. Wherever she's headed, you'll have to cross the mountains to find her. Not an easy path, even for the most experienced outdoorsman.
I'll do whatever it takes.
Well, you won't get far with that bear on the prowl. What we need is to get my radio up and running, so we can find out what the hell is going on. Maybe someone out there has seen your friend.
The woman I'm looking for. She might be on her way to a place called Perseverance Mills. You know it?
Yeah. Shit Nothing Town, north part of the island?
Sounds about right.
Yeah, I know it.
We were on our way there, my passenger and I, when we crashed. I need to find a way to get there, or contact her. See if she's all right.
You sure she's alive?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Well, normally I'd make some calls on the old shortwave. Whole area's been damn quiet since those lights in the sky. Even the wildlife's acting strange. But I might have an idea.
What do you mean the wildlife's acting strange?
You live out here long enough, you get a sense for the patterns in nature. Right now, the patterns are broken. Critters aren't behaving the way they should. It's like they're spooked or something. No, not spooked, but changed somehow. Best way I can say it is, Things don't feel right.
You said you had an idea. What do you have in mind?
Well, it's a long shot. But I may know how we can find out about your friend.
I'm listening.
This shortwave, I use it to keep an ear open for what's going on.
So how do we get the radio working?
There's no reason I can see why it shouldn't be working.
Well, what about more parts? Or another radio?
We might find another radio. But I think I have a better idea. Problem is, it's no use with the old bear out there. Your path to a working radio, and our survival, is through that bear. We have to find a way to deal with him first.
Oh dear. I am ready. I am not ready for that. I'm absolutely in no way at all ready for that.
Okay. So we have to deal with the bear. But you're half dead, and rifle shots don't seem to do much. So...
That's because the old bear, he's special. I've been hunting and trapping for years, and I've shot a lot of bears. But I've never encountered anything quite like him. Special bear like that needs special magic to bring him down.
Magic?
Don't worry, I'm not delirious. I don't mean literal magic, but we need the old knowledge. The old ways.
What do you have in mind?
There's an old story. Local legend, maybe. About one of the original settlers of this place. Spence. Story goes something like this. Spence shows up and sets up his claim shanty with his young family in tow. For generations, the family had been traders in the Hudson's Bay Company. Old voyageur stock, they say. Hard people. Survivors. One day, a bear shows up and menaces the homestead. Spence takes a shot at the bear, but it doesn't seem to do anything. Bear wanders off, but Spence's wife, she takes a turn. Slips into fever. For days, delirious, she screams about the bear. Local doctor can't do a thing for her, neither can the priest. A week later, a hired hand goes missing, and they find him. Just a body. Ravaged. Spence fears for his wife and kids. He's convinced some evil bear spirit is trying to kill them. Revenge for some slight in the past, maybe. Something in the family history. Spence gets some men together for a hunting party. They go out into the muskeg and track something big for days. Eventually corner it. It's a big son of a bitch. Biggest bear they'd ever seen. Man killer. Story goes, they empty their rifles into the bear and it just walks away. Like it's made of stone. They call it the demon bear after that. Wife's dying now. Spence believes the bear's evil spirit is killing her. Eating her soul. He can't get anyone to join him on another hunting party. They know rifles don't work. So he forges a spear. Like a boar spear, but bigger. From some old Hudson's Bay trapper's wisdom, apparently.
Oh, the hair on
He
my
goes out into
scalp
the
is standing up.
Disappears for days. And then one morning, the wife's fever breaks. But nothing from Spence. Some men go out looking for him. And they find him. Half dead. Blood all over him. Body torn almost in two. The bear's work. The last thing he says is, "Spear stole the bear's soul. My wife is now free." And then he's gone.
So, did he kill the bear?
Nobody knows. Never found a carcass. They buried Spence, took the spear back and hung it over the mantelpiece in the Spence homestead. Never saw that bear, or any other, again. Years later, after the Spence family faded to obscurity, wealthy land baron bought the spear to hang in his hunting lodge. Just so he could tell that story, I imagine.
So, do you believe it? The story of the demon bear and the spear stealing its soul?
What? No, of course not. I might spend all my time alone in the wilderness, but I'm not crazy. But the old stories sometimes have truths hidden in them. Spence might have been superstitious, but he had the right idea. 10 inches of cold, hard steel might do what a bullet can't. I'm convinced. A spear's the way to kill that bear. And you need to get Spence's bear-killing spear if we're gonna survive the winter. The old hunting lodge is still there. A couple of days' journey south. Follow the tracks the other way, through the muskeg, and you'll find it. If the spear's there, get it. It might be our best hope.
And the radio?
You deal with the bear, and let me worry about the radio. Now, let me rest. Good luck out there. Watch out for our demon.
Right.
Well, I could have pushed space instead of saying I am ready. But I did say I am ready. Kind of wanted to explore around a little bit. Guess we're supposed to go there. Man killing bears on the prowl, risking Mackenzie's mission to find Astrid, but an old Voyager legend might hold the answer to overcoming the massive predator. So we're supposed to go through the tunnel, huh? Thought the tunnel was blocked off. Okay, we dropped all this stuff here. Frankly, I think we need to heal up a little bit, yeah? Let's look at our situation. We've got a sprained wrist. We can bandage it and rest. Let's eat a snack. Our backpack is pretty darn full. How much water do I have left? Ooh, lots and lots. All right. Objectives. Retrieve the legendary spear from the hunting lodge. We need to make some medicines. Which one of these is good for pain, I wonder? And there is a cache of supplies that we could go check out. Let's try and refuel our lantern. Oh, that's the wrong button. Nope, that's not how we do that. We go here to refuel the lantern. I'll drop that one. Okie dokie, we can't repair it. Don't have any scrap metal on us right now. All right, can we set up our bedroll here? This isn't great. We really should be able to rest here. This is quite unfortunate. The one thing this place has going for it is a wood stove that ain't gonna quit. Other than that, not so good. How do I put a bandage on my wrist? Don't know. Use the bandage, maybe. Bandage. Use. Yes. Like so. Very good. Oh, that worked. Hey, cool. Alright, let's try making some medicines. Let's pick up our mushroom. And rose hips. I see more mushrooms. Looks like I gotta just start picking stuff up. There's mushroom. There was also some dragon's beard. There we go. Old man's beard, not dragon. Well, let's see. Can we make medicine? Make it at the workbench. Not that I know of. I would think I would make it here. Let's start with cooking some water and then try adding to the water. Nope. Those choices are not what I was hoping for. Last thing I needed was more water. Okay, let's try using the recycled can then. No items in inventory can be cooked with that. All right. Okay, let's look back to not the map here. Actions. Or got a key to a cabin, an instructional manual on ice fishing. I mean, we've actually learned how to ice fish. Bank deposit key belonging to the farmer. Like, we have unfinished business in Milton still. Utilities bill. Ah, yes. We're cutting off your power. How kind. We found Molly. Alice was so relieved. Thanks for helping us look. Looks like this time maybe a wolf went after her. They seem to be more and more since the quake and closer to town. Fewer people to keep them in check, I guess. Molly's hurt, but I think she'll make it. Watch out, because the wolves might come after your dog, too. I know how you feel about wildlife and that you wouldn't shoot a wolf even if you had to, but I hear they don't like loud noises. Roadside flare might do the trick. Stay safe. Come visit us when you can. Not good to spend too much time on your own. We've read most of these. There we go. How do I read this book, though? This is frustrating. Okay, I need to learn how to make medicine and catch fish. Store all the cooked or crafted items in your backpack to complete your lesson before treating an affliction. Okay, we found, we harvested. Now the step is prepare. I recall doing this at a fire pit, a fireplace. So you would think that I could do it here just as well. I recall doing it in a can. It's to be done first, maybe. Not use it or do anything with it here. 1 rosehip, 0.01 kilograms. Anybody have any ideas? Rose hips for pain. Old man's beard lichen, I think, makes bandages. Antibiotic treatment for bandages, maybe. Reishi mushroom antibiotic tea. I am fully stymied. Well, maybe let's go try and find that supply cache, yeah? We'll drop some things here. Just so we're not carrying any extra weight. Doubt I'll need a hatchet. I don't want to go out there without a gun. Might not need that pry bar. Oh, we have some cooked meat. Drop the snare. We'll probably need our lamp. That windbreaker. Don't need that much water. That needs repair. Oh no, we're not wearing them. Those. We definitely don't need this many matches. Not that we're saving ourselves all that much weight by dropping some matches, but I would think 1 box of matches could do the trick. What else should we drop? Really like to get our weight down a lot more than this. I expect we might have to spend the night there, so should definitely keep the bedroll. It's amazing how much things weigh overall. I would think it's just not safe to go out without a liter of water. What else can we make do without? Struggling to get down to half of the weight. That might be as close as we get. All right, let's see if we can't get to that supply cache before nightfall. Well, rose hips have vitamin C. And they do make a delicious beverage. Okay, I appear to be pointed in the right direction overall. I see bunnies. This area is close enough to the trapper's cabin that we could set up some traps here. It's really kind of on our way in and out of the trapper's cabin, but we do not currently have the traps on us. But that's okay. We have plenty of food. Hello, bunnies. We can't save until we can get somewhere where we can sleep, which is a bit of an issue. Because it did not work to we tried setting up our sleeping bag bedroll at the trapper's cabin, and it just didn't work. Here's another little house. And we might be able. Oh, has the roof caved in? Is this a house? This is no longer a house. All right. Oh well. Well,
This stuff will come in handy.
it is a place where we could set up a fire and get some shelter from wind. So this is a place where if I could mark it on the map, I would. It's at least marked with deadfall area. Let's see. The direction we want to go? Yes, indeed. All right. Have you all read Watership Down? Hey, I just saw an autosave. That's happy news. Very happy news. You see the electric line? That'll help us navigate a little bit. The cave is on the other side of the train tracks. Getting out of breath. Some huffing and some puffing. I'm only vaguely heading in the right direction. Oh, no, I broke the game. Hang on. Wait. There we go. All right, we're back. Yes, okay. So, we might spend the night in this way station. This is like a ranger station for the lake. Let's see, can we get to that cache before night? What time is it? Nah. What do you think, guys? Hydrate? Okay. Can do. Think we should go for it? What's the worst that can happen? We did get an autosave. Let's go for it. Thanks for that hydrate, Tux. I appreciate it. I'm pretending I'm skating on the ice. Okay, I'm tired. I have to catch my breath. Let's look at the map. Alright, we just follow the lake. Let's see, do we go this way? I'll just go right around the edge. But is it that way? I'm having a really hard time telling where the entrance is. I don't want to get trampled by one of those. Elk. I think that's the direction I need to go in. Yeah. Yep. We'll just keep an eye on each other. They'll probably run away. Yeah. Bye-bye. Big old caribou. New location discovered. River, southern access. And the cache we're looking for is somewhere along this river. Go. Yeah, I see it over there. He got a rabbit. Or its friend got a rabbit. I don't know if they hunt rabbits while they're running away from me. Okay, keep going, keep going. Alright, now should I go to the other side of that rocky outcropping? I think maybe I should. Let's try going over here. Это холодно. Холодно нормально. Это очень холодно. Я забыла все. Я не знаю, где... как это? Как мы... Интересно. Они живут. Спасибо.
That'll come in handy.
Спасибо большое. Wow. Text yes.
Could end up being useful.
Это хорошо. Aha. Yay. Okay. Maybe we should set up a channel points based goal. I did have some ideas a little bit ago, and that fell under the category of an ad break. So sorry guys, we're not doing any story progression meanwhile, but we did find the cave we were looking for. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna step away during the ad break, and we will explore the hidden cache when we get back from the ad break. Hello, we are back and we have discovered the hidden cache,
What do we
which
have
we were
here?
looking for. Let's see what we've got.
Hope I can still eat this.
That's it. Coffee and snacks. I mean, we can't turn up our nose at that, can we? All right, now our goal is to get back to the cabin by the lake. It's not a cabin. There's cabins by the lake, frankly. And we have keys to cabins by the lake. So we're looking for the first indoor place to sleep with... Gone the wrong way. Wrong way. Turn around. Go this way. That's so confusing. Okay. That means... Haven't been in... Okay, I don't know, but it's coming on to nightfall. It's getting dark. We need to go to find a safe place to sleep because that is the only way to enact a save game state, is find a safe place to sleep. That was on purpose on the part of the game devs. Makona, whoa, we just almost got trampled. Makona, have a wonderful sleep. And we'll see you another day. Take good care. Have a good rest of your week. So we're just checking every once in a while. I think if I turn left... nope. Do not want to do that. Too dangerous. We're going to go this way. You're snarling. And yiping. Well, hello. We'll take you. Alright. We're going to try... find a warm and safe place. Hello? Bye-bye. Wow, he can go straight up the side of a mountain. That's something else. That's one powerful puppy. I guess the ice must be pretty darn thick if the elk can walk around on it. Now we have some keys to cabins.
The sun's setting. It's gonna get a lot colder soon.
Yeah. It's cold, we're tired. We need to find a place to sleep. I see a cabin over there where there's some ice fishing huts on the ice. Maybe the next time we play we'll learn how to catch a fish. Let's see if we have keys to one of these cabins. I think we have at least one set of cabin keys. Perhaps more, perhaps two sets of cabin keys. Nice fishing huts. Indeed. Well, I think that might be our closest cabin. I don't know if it's any good, but let's try and see. If not, we'll head over that way. Those look much more promising. This, I don't know what it is. Might not work out so well. The first place we can find where we can sleep is going to be our safe spot. Safe save spot. Can we go in here? Maybe. Yes. No, we don't have that key. All right. That's cabin number 1, huh? Okay. Which one do we have? Number 3? 5? Who knows? Number 2. Hey, that's good news. All right. Hopefully, the next cabin that we find will be the one that we have the key to. Excellent. Looks like one of these is burnt out as well. My goodness. New location discovered. Lake cabin. Yes. It will be simple. Nothing much. Oh, very dark. All right. Let's light our lamp. Okay, we've got bunk beds. Oh, got multiple beds. Plenty of material to burn, but no fire to burn it in. Boots and plenty of burnable materials and a letter. Let's read it. Off-season fun. We're not supposed to go there off-season, but there's amazing hunting to be had near Mystery Lake. The warden usually shuts down the park for the winter. The cabins are meant for summer use, so bring warm clothes and a heavy sleeping bag. We'll break in, bag a few stags, and truck the meat out of there in a couple of weeks. Stan will pick us up along the old coastal highway. Meet me at the lake cabins on November the Come alone. Bring beer. There's been logging in the area, so stay out of sight. All right. Well, there's that. Let us have some kip. We will put that lantern away. How do we do that? H. No. H. All right. We'll let us sleep until morning. And that's our save. I'm going to overwrite stream save. And I will see you again on Wednesday. Here we are. And let's find a lovely friend to raid. Let's see who is streaming now. How about you be quiet? There we go. I see music streamers and art streamers. I see gaming. I see Duolingo. Just looking about. I think we'll raid our friend Pyrrhus. Iris, which is what he goes by. He's streaming Born of Bread. He does a lot of story-based games and some old school stuff. And we are planning a collab that is coming up. Date and time to be announced, but we are going to be playing a collaborative game that requires communication in order to play the game. So it's going to be very interesting. We have to do a little testing to see how is the best way to do this technologically. And what kind of experience are we going to be able to create for you guys? So we have to look into that and do a little testing and all, but we are both very much looking forward to that. And so make sure you follow because when we get in there, because we have yet to decide whether the collab stream is going to be on my stream or on Mark's. So we will just, do all of our testing, and we will keep you posted and let you know when we know what day and time the collab stream is going to be. So we're hoping that you all enjoy that as much as we're absolutely sure we're going to enjoy that. Have a lot of fun. Copy those raid calls if you like, and I will see you again on Wednesday for some more gaming. And thank you so much for being here. We're going to our ending screen.